Okay, well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our Monday evening community call. Gregory Mascari up here in Bozeman, Montana, with my lovely wife and partner in life, Robin. And we have a lot of great information to share. And we always like to start with Success Leaves Clues. And the purpose of these calls is to introduce you to people that are moving through the pathway of success with LifeWave, and also keep you updated on news you can use. That's the name of our newsletter. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Robin. So why don't you just come on and join us, Robin?
Am I here?
There you are.
I'm here. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're getting.
Oh, I'm going to mute mine. There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
No, not okay. Let's try again. Oh, yay. Okay, technology, don't you love it? So good evening, everyone. And yes, we have a full jam-packed call for you with lots of fun things to share tonight. And we love doing these calls, and we love highlighting our community members because we want you to get to know each other and learn from each other and be inspired by each other. And this evening, to introduce our guest is Michelle Neal, and she's going to introduce our guest, Rhonda Braswell, this evening. And then I'll ask Rhonda a few questions. Over to you, Michelle.
Hi, Robin. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the call. So Rhonda is one of my newest managers, and I met Rhonda in September of last year at a holistic fair, one of these metaphysical and healing fairs. And I was at a booth with Dr. Barbara Jennings sharing the LifeWave technology. And Rhonda and her friend Jan, who is a friend of mine, came up to our booth. And I was like, oh, Jan, I haven't seen you in forever. And who's this lovely lady? And I got to meet Rhonda, and I patched both her and Jan for the first time. And I think it was Ice Wave. And Rhonda got in touch with me shortly after and said, I definitely want to become a customer. I've already had a result, a nice benefit from the patch. And I definitely want to do the customer program because she liked the free sample patches. But it was not too long after joining as a customer that she realized that she had the gift and she was sharing far and wide and having wonderful, wonderful experiences with family and friends. And so I would like to introduce everyone to Rhonda Braswell. She has become a dear friend and as well as a wonderful business partner. And one of the things, Rhonda, if you want to take yourself off, or I should say, turn on your video so we can see you and unmute yourself. Hello, Rhonda.
Hello.
Hello. So one of the things that happened with Rhonda is very early on, because I've only known this woman for like 6 months, but very early on, I noticed that every time I would text her and ask her a question, she would get back to me. Like, this woman is so accountable and so on top of things. She would get back to me so quickly. And I remember texting her and saying, if you ever do this business, I cannot wait to have you on my team because you are so good at follow through. So I have come to see Rhonda as someone who's enthusiastic and very passionate about these patches, and she's very generous. She's been sharing them with family and friends. And I think a couple stories, if you want to start with some of your stories, Rhonda, of things that you've done that have brought people on, and I'm going to bring Robin on. But
let's bring the stories in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Well, thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
I remember that very first phone call we had. I vividly remember where I was when we were talking, and your passion was infectious. So why don't you let everyone know a little bit about your background, because I think that's part of your story, because that's going to be changing, right?
Yeah, not too long. I'm gonna stick in there a little bit longer, but I have been working as a social worker for the last 25 years. I work with at-risk youth, but I've done child protection and other jobs within my agency. And because I've been around so long, you can actually retire at 55, but you can also be a working retiree. So I'm going to be a working retiree where I get to, have my retirement plus still be working for about the next year. My goal is to probably leave there around December of 2022. So I wanted to start a business of some kind. I wasn't positive what that business was going to be. I've had the name of a business, Expect the Best, for I don't know, 12 years or something. But I decided, I was completely expecting the best with these patches. So I was like, hey, let's expand this and let's do this with these patches. So I do have a business, Expect the Best Solutions, and I hope it's up and running lucratively, and everybody's getting what they need by the time I'm ready to leave my job.
Well, it sounds like you're double and triple dipping.
It's not double dipping because I invested all these years, all my time and all my money. They take our money for sure. They're just going to start giving it back to me here soon.
Okay, so you're getting your money back, plus you're getting paid for your work, plus you
Right.
have a new business. So
Right.
smart woman. Very
Thank you.
smart, very smart woman. So, in the early stages, you had an experience, and then you're one of those that can't not share, like a few of the rest of us. And you want to share some of your share. Yeah, I can't believe you're a grandma, but you've got kids and grandkids, and I know you have some special stories. So, can you briefly share, one or two of your favorite stories of what's happened with the patches?
Well, similar to you, Robin, I had kind of a chronic lung problem that I got. I got exposure to chemicals from work back in 2008. And I just had some lower lung damage that just wouldn't really go away. And so every year I would get some kind of respiratory issue. And one of the first things I noticed with the patches was and that was X39. After about 2 weeks, I just noticed there wasn't all the mucus, all the coughing. I mean, I had a chronic cough that was going on. And of course, I never smoked. I never did all those things. So it was a really frustrating experience for me. So having that kind of go away was amazing. And then I started sharing it with family members, and I have several family members that have inflammatory type symptoms that are just chronic, and they're finding major relief from that. I've actually even helped some people that had chronic mental health issues where they're saying they're not needing their mental health medications to the level they did because they're stabilized with the Eon. So there's just a lot of great stories of people that have gotten out of pain, have stabilized their emotional mental health, and just overall people that are, sleep better. Tons of stories.
Don't you have a little one that had a great sleep story?
Yeah, my grandson had problems sleeping, and he's been doing the sleep patches, Silent Night, and yeah, when he takes melatonin, he has nightmares, and when he does the patches, he doesn't. And so I'll tell you, recently he decided, well, I just don't need him anymore. I've been sleeping so good. And I was like, are you sure? And he's like, yep, I don't need the sleep patch. And then, a couple days later, he's like, well, do you have a patch? Because I'm not really sleeping that great like I thought I would. And I said, I got a patch. But it's amazing when we start with these younger generations, and just, when they call and they have this complaint or that complaint, I'll say, well, do you have your Eon? Do you have your X39? Do you have this? And, and they'll just slap one on. They're like, oh yeah, I'm better now. So it's
Oh my gosh.
amazing because they're not taking medications. They're actually getting something that their body can produce for them and give them to the amount their body needs. So I just find that amazing. And I love that.
Now, how old is he, the grandson?
He is 10. He just turned
10.
10 in January.
And you said something really valuable that I'd like people to hear, because some people are really sensitive to orally intaking melatonin, but the patch helps your body create melatonin, and they don't have a problem with that. So for those of you that are out there that might be sensitive to melatonin and an oral delivery system, you might want to try the patches, because and see what happens. So this is, we like to talk about success leaves clues, and Michelle and I know you're going to the top because your passion, your enthusiasm, your love of sharing. What would you like to share with people that is really part of your success?
Well, I think, basically paying attention to the things that you've talked about in a lot of the different trainings. One of the things is calling people and just asking how they are. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How have you been? It's been a hard last year, I think, for a lot of people. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it, just being able to stay home and work from home. But I'm like, okay, well, a lot of people are in crisis. And so just reaching out with a caring heart, and then, using your empathy and your knowledge just to share. I might have some solutions for you that might be helpful. I mean, I haven't really had to, I'm not a big salesperson, and I never considered myself a salesperson, but you don't really have to do a whole lot if you're willing to share. So I have shared a lot of my patches, and I've even gotten referrals off of, I had a friend that lives out in Akron, which is about an hour and a half from where I live. And he saw me, sharing some things on Facebook. He called me and asked for, for information. He'd had some heart surgery and different things. He goes, well, I want to try it. So he's trying it. Well, then his wife works for the sheriff's department, and she's there sharing about how much better her husband is. And the sheriff's officer actually, was really sick with West Nile and has a lot of the symptoms left over. And he came and met me. He and his wife drove from Akron, came down here, and we met up, and I shared some patches, and I expect him to be a new customer within the next day or two. And so, I mean, it's just being willing to go that extra mile to go share with people. Even if they're not right there for you, make the effort to go wherever they are and share.
I love it. Well, we say it over and over again, the caring and sharing business, and you care about people, and you're thoughtful. And like Michelle said, you follow up and you respond quickly, and, your passion and your enthusiasm are definitely infectious. And so we're so grateful that you took the time with us this evening, Rhonda, and we're so excited for you moving up the ranks. And we're excited about this, let's see, I want to get the business name, Expect the Best Solutions. What a wonderful affirmation. What a beautiful name for a business. Thank you so much, my dear. And
Thank you.
congratulations on being one of our
Thanks for
newer
having me on.
leaders. Great to
Thank
have you.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye-bye.
Bye.
So Gregory, I think it's time to bring you on to share a very valuable story. You want to do it over there? Or?
Yeah, I'd love to.
Okay. You're going to turn
Okay,
your
I'm
camera
going
on?
to unmute myself. And I noticed that we have Jim and Victoria on the line. And this is kind of impromptu, Jim, but I'd love to invite you to share your story because, everybody, once a week, we showcase a story from Vibrant Living. And congratulations, Jim, because yours was the most read story in Vibrant Living this week. So surprise, surprise, congratulations. And since you're on the line, if you'd like, I'd love to unmute you and let you share your story. So I'm going to promote you to panelist. And then I'm going to, let's see, real quick here. Excuse me?
If he's willing.
Yeah. And make you a co-host. So surprise, surprise, Jim, you did such a great job, sharing yours on a Thursday call. If you want to unmute yourself and share your story, we've got the printout from Vibrant Living on the screen now. Hey, there's Victoria. There's Jim.
There's Jim. Jim is here. I'm going to let him sit down in the seat.
Okay, beautiful. Well, Jim, God bless you. You had such an amazing story, and you're kind of a testament to the progressive benefits. And that's one of the things we like to let people know. Some people get quick results, and you got some great results. You kind of sound like Robin in your first week. She put the patch on the back of her neck, and 7 days later, her knee stopped hurting. And you kind of did the same thing, but you went on to show what happened in 4 months, 6 months, 7 months. So go ahead and share a little bit with us if you don't mind.
Well, believe it or not, since yesterday, I was thinking that there was a couple things I missed on there.
That's great.
Now I'm gonna have to think about what they were again, but well, it was kind of caught me off guard here because I just came in the house. So I didn't at the beginning
You
of
know
it.
what, Jim? You can just read through what's on the screen and that'll keep you really focused and give us a lot of the details,
Okay,
right?
well, well, as I said on here, after a week of being, well, actually the second day, I thought that I felt that my left knee wasn't hurting as bad, but like everybody else, that's probably my mind thinking that. And lo and behold, a week later, after a week of being on the patch, I woke up one morning and I sat on the edge of the bed and I looked down at my legs and they were the same size, and my thigh above my knee was all swollen before, and it was the same size as my right knee. And then I reached down to feel my knee, and the pain or the heat was gone, and I didn't feel any pain. And I got up and I thought, oh, I don't feel any pain. I wonder, and I squatted down without hanging on to anything, and wow, I haven't been able to do this in years. And then I come trotting down the stairs, not hanging onto the rail, just like a normal person, one step at a time, but 1 foot, one step, not 1 foot back down on the same step, and then just walk down normally. And Victoria was down here sitting at the desk, and which is at the bottom of the stairs, and I said, look at this. I said, I'm walking down the stairs without hanging onto the rail. And then I turned around, walked right back up without it hanging onto the rail. And I thought, holy smokes, I haven't been able to do this in years.
That's
And
awesome.
So then I came back down and I showed her that I could squat down, and I did a few squats and whatnot without hanging on to anything. And it was just absolutely amazing. What a feeling. And then, well, let's see, what else have I got here? Oh yeah.
Just a few more highlights.
my
That'd be
hand-
awesome. Congratulations. That's so awesome, Jim. I'm so happy for you. Yeah.
So, my head, as I said before, I was only able to turn it about that far, but now I can go full 90 degrees in both directions, which is really important when you drive a truck and have to back up a rig, because you have to look out the window at what's behind you and so forth. But I noticed probably, I don't know when I started noticing my sleeping more deeply. It was sometime during that week, the first week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh yeah, that was another thing. Victoria used to think I was getting lazy because I just wasn't wanting to do anything when we were home. And I just, want to sit down and watch TV or do nothing. And, and she said, well, you're not usually like that. You usually, it's a person that can't sit down and has always got to be doing something. And yeah, well, I just don't feel like it. And so I got all that energy back, and now I'm out doing stuff again, like I haven't been able to do for a long time. Of course, my brain fog was gone. Varicose veins. Well, y'all saw the pictures of that, and it's continuing to get even better.
Wow.
And of course, I can't shove that up.
That's okay.
Slide the screen up a little bit, scroll up a little bit. But anyways,
Okay. Well, one or two more, and then we're going to have to wrap it up. We've got a few other things to cover, but this is so awesome. Sorry to spring it on you, and I'm glad you came in the house just in time.
yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was, I can't say enough about the product. It truly is a miracle. It truly is divine. And the fact that our inventor is a believer, that's a big plus.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think that should wrap it up for you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Jim. Thank you, Victoria. I bet you're happy to see all these positive changes with him, and I bet you got your own stories to tell.
Yeah, my own stories took a lot longer than his, so it's kind of nice when we talk to people, we can say, some people get results within a week, and then some people get results in 5 to 6 weeks instead, something that you really notice. So it's it's interesting. We're able to run the gamut. And I actually started on these patches at the same time that Jim did. And I didn't tell him this, but I started on them to prove that they were a bunch of hooey. I didn't believe it. I thought snake oil, and I thought I'm going to prove that they don't work. And gosh, they proved me wrong.
Yeah.
And I'm happy
It
about
worked for me, and then she thought, well, it ain't gonna work for me. It
Well,
worked
that's
for you,
so
it
awesome.
ain't gonna work for me.
That's so awesome. Well, congratulations, you guys. God bless you. So delighted to have you part of our family and community, and the products are working so well for you.
Thank you.
We're
and
happy to be
Can't
here.
wait to see you guys
Awesome.
this weekend.
So I guess, Robin, I'm going to turn it back over to you. You've got some other things you'd like to share.
I do. Well, Jim, we are so grateful. And what Jim did on this testimonial is really brilliant. And we love to invite other people to do this and to journal your responses, first week, 4 months, 6 months, 7.5 months, and really pay attention to the little things, because sometimes, like, my finger that straightened out, I wouldn't have noticed it. And just amazing things keep happening as we get younger and younger and younger. Okay, so moving on, you want to move the screen, honey? We've got some hot news. Something people have been waiting for for a long time is live chat. So customer service is getting better and better and better. And I think a lot of you are noticing that. I called 3 times on a Monday today, and I got through every time, and I got things taken care of, and I sent an email and it got responded and handled. So now there's a live chat service. So down at the bottom, you can go to lifewave.com, about us, customer service, and live chat. And they'll probably make this easier as we go on, but it has begun. So if you have a quick little something that needs to happen, let's say you had your preferences set wrong, you have got to have someone moved over, remember to always include the name and the ID number, and that will speed things along. So this is hot news. Okay, moving on. This week we have LifeWave Connect, and David's going to be on sharing his wisdom on the Eon patch. I don't know about you guys, but it was the star of the show before X39 came out, and it continues to be a star. It might not be as bright as X39, but it does so many things, and David loves this patch. So register under the back office under events. There's 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Pacific time. This week on our LifeWave Introductory and Doctor Call, we've got Dr. Tom Acklin, who is just a wealth of wisdom, and very excited to have him. His specialty is the brain-gut connection, so we might get a little of his wisdom on that this evening too. And then on Friday, we have got 30 minutes of wisdom, and we've got Dr. Steve Taubman on with us. This man is a wealth of information resources, best-selling author, physician, hypnotist, mindfulness coach, international speaker. You can go to stevetaubman.com. There's a lot of information there. And if you're not able to make it live at 8 a.m. on Friday, we will have the replay up and available very soon on our Live Younger Zoom channel. And so let's see. That's Friday. Saturday, Gregory and I are out of town, and we'll be doing a training, and we will not be available to do the Saturday training. So it is canceled. So please spread the word far and wide. We're telling it on all our calls this week. It's in the newsletter. It's on the calls. So please let your teams know if you have your own little groups or anything. Feel free to go back and listen to one of the replays. There's lots of great resources on there, on Nitty Gritty and on our YouTube channel. So please do that. Now, another thing, scroll a little further, honey. On our leadership calls every week, we get wonderful ideas from our leaders. When you become a director or above, we want you to join us every Wednesday morning, and we create new things for you, we tweak things, and we listen to you. And so please feed your ideas up to your upline director. And then that's how we make the changes and tweaks in our programs. So what came up was a new section in our newsletter, a good to know, because we realized that a lot of people, there's certain things that little things and details and resources that people, not everybody knows about. So we thought we'll do a little good to know section. And what we want to talk about this week is the maintenance kits. I know that Dr. Nicholas is in Arizona and it's very hot there, and he just likes to buy a maintenance kit to load up on his patches for the summer, so he doesn't have to, think about them sitting in a hot mailbox. They can last for 7 days, I think, but we like to protect our patches. Another thing is it keeps you active for 3 to 6 months, the maintenance kits. You go to store, and under store, there's a tab called maintenance kits. And you can pick a 3 months one, a 6-month one, a 77 BV one, 110 or 117 BV. Make sure that when you do choose one, it will keep you active for 3 to 6 months, and make sure it's the right volume for the rank that you are at. If you're a manager and above, you need at least 110 in volume to stay active. Unfortunately, you can't mix X39 with the other patches. So typically I'll get a 6-month X39 at 117 BV. And then the next time I buy one, I get the mix of all the other patches, which just arrived Saturday, I think it was. So it's like Christmas when it comes, because you get a lot at once and you feel really abundant. So that is the maintenance kits we
And the
wanted
prices are
everyone
quite
to
a
know
bit
about.
better, right?
What?
The prices are quite a bit better.
Oh, you do get a savings. There's some of them are more of a savings than others. The X39 has a really good savings. You're always saving on shipping. So you may not save as much on the price of the patches, but you're going to shave on, $8.20 times 6 months. That adds up. So there is always a savings of some sort. Thank you, Gregory. Okay, moving on. This week, we've got our we've got our regular schedule for our chats on Monday and Thursday. On Tuesday night, we have our intro call. Dr. Nicholas's call is every Wednesday at noon, and then LifeWave Connect is same day. And then optional, we've got the chats Monday and Thursday, and the 30 minutes of wisdom. So we got a lot going on in the Live Younger community. We love our community. We love highlighting people from the community and having you guys get to know each other. You do a beautiful job in the Facebook group connecting. And then the final page, nitty gritty. I mean, how many of you love that one? Shout out to Judy. Yes. I mean, she saves me time every single day. I just love it. I love it. I love it. And I haven't had a chance to watch, to read the chat section. So just know that there's so many opportunities to connect, to tap in. Nitty Gritty is one of the finest resources we've ever had. And Judy you could feel her joy in there, and she's constantly working on it, changing it. She always puts the brand new newsletter up. So you'll find that always go to the What's New section. I mean, if it's amazing. And then the Vibrant Living page, like Gregory said, we're going to be highlighting stories from there of the people that get, the most participation and action and engagement. So share your stories. You never know whose life you're going to change because of it. So I think that's it, Gregory. Anything else you want to say, Gregory?
Thank you, everyone. Great call. Thanks, Jim.
All
And
right.
Victoria,
Yes,
sorry to spring it on you suddenly, but we saw that you had a lot of activity on your Vibrant Living post, and we wanted to congratulate and showcase you for that tonight. So that was wonderful. And thanks, everybody. Congratulations, Rhonda. Beautiful job. And looking forward to helping you on your future steps and success.
Okay, everybody. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.